When I first saw the trailer for Ion Fury, I immediately knew it was a homage to the classic first-person shooters from the 90s. After all, like many gamers, I have fond memories of games like Duke Nukem, Rise of the Triad, and Shadow Warrior. Now publishers 3D Realms and 1C Publishing have joined forces with developer Voidpoint to take us back and give us a taste of a shooter we haven't had in 20 years. And believe me, this is no understatement, simply because the game engine itself is 20 years old. Bomb Disposal is her game, and Shelly Bombshell Harrison is her nickname. You take control of Shelly, who is part of the Global Defense Force, and she's taken on the task of killing bad guys.
I'm gonna kick your shiny metal ass!
The evil transhumanist Dr. Heskel has unleashed an army of cybernetic soldiers on the Neo City of DC, and now Shelly's made it her priority to hunt him down and take care of business. The story is a rather simple one. It's also a prequel to a 2016 game called Bombshell, and other than the carnage you leave behind as you make your way throughout the game, there's not much here to tell. But these classic shooters were never really about the story in the first place. If you're already familiar with the classic shooters, it's pretty much the same. Find the color keycards to make your way through the multi-path levels. There's also 7 zones to complete the game, and they all span multiple maps. Unfortunately, the level design can be confusing at times, but the game did supply a map which was extremely helpful when I lost my way. Another major issue was that at times, doors blended in with walls, making them difficult to find. But to be fair, I remember having this issue 20 years ago with these old engines. And speaking of the engine, it's actually using an original build with some additional enhancements. For instance, they've added widescreen support, controller support, autosaves, and even modern physics and checkpoints. Also, don't let me forget the awesome 90s first-person shooter weapons. Ion Fury has everything from the classic shotgun, bowling ball bombs, to a huge Gatling gun. The variety of weapons to choose from combined with the game's fast-paced action was a blast and easily contends with the best of the classic shooters. My only real complaint was there was no multiplayer, and for me, this was half the fun of the 90s shooters. Oh, and one last thing, this game is full of secrets and Easter eggs to find if you take the time to look for them. If you're not used to the old graphical engines, then the graphics may turn you off at first, but give it time and you'll soon adjust. And once you do, hopefully you'll see the magic in these games from back in the day. For Ion Fury, it's the cyberpunk atmosphere, and it held up well. Also, the chosen color palette helped make the game stand out. Now, the developer didn't hold back on the blood, guts, and gore either. You could even kick severed heads across the room in a hilarious manner. It really kept true to the genre, and I have to say it was overly refreshing. Even the awesome one-liners from some of my favorite classic movies and songs had me laughing throughout the game. And to top it off, the creative voice acting was extremely enjoyable, and the fantastic soundtrack didn't feel repetitive at all. Ion Fury is a refreshing game that reminds us of where the genre began. I can easily give this game an 8 out of 10 and say that if you're a fan of the genre, you're going to love this game. It's available on the PC right now, and it's coming to the PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch on May 14th. Thanks for watching, and if you like our content, hit that like button and subscribe. Also, check out the BG4G Hub website for your latest news, reviews, and everything gaming.